G'day folks, so welcome to this playthrough of Korea, OCS Korea, the Forgotten War. This is scenario 5.1, the Korean War. I did a brief report on the opening moves and we end that first turn in the position you see in front of you here. We've got North Korean forces advancing on Seoul from the north. They've kind of cleared the three main roads, which converges into two main roads just north of Seoul. So they'll be in a position to attack at this turn. Some struggles in the middle with kind of step losses and adverse combat results, but over on the right things are going quite smoothly and they cleared out those defenders. So we move into the start of the second turn. It is roughly the 29th of June, and this is the all-important OCS turn summary that I am following. The first thing we do is roll for weather. So let's actually find how we do that. Here we are. We've got a weather table over on the left-hand side of the map here. So we're in April, July. So yep, we roll a d6. It's a 5, so it is a flight turn, which is good for the North Koreans because they're the only ones at present who have units that can fly. All right, so flight turn it is. We now look at first player determination. Each player rolls 2 dice. On the first turn this was fixed. Now we make a roll. So we'll do North Koreans first, South Koreans. So North Koreans have the initiative. I think they probably want to go first before the South Koreans can bolster their defences around Seoul. So they will elect to go first, which now brings us to aircraft refit. We only have the one aircraft needing refit, and it's this one here. We spend 1 token of supply, and they are now active. Very good. These are our tactical bombers. So you pay 1 token per base, which lets you refit up to 2 air units. Right, so a bit of a waste, but yeah, it might be nice. It might be nice to have that unit just in case. Reinforcement. So now we look at the communist, not boxes. We look at Korea charts. We look at communist tables, and we roll for both variable replacements, 2d6. A 4 will give us none, which is not great. And then we roll on the supply table and we get a 6, which is 2.5 supplies. Okay, so supplies can go in supply centres. Our closest supply centre is over here. So 2.5 brings it up to 3, and 0.5 is 2 tokens. So we now have 2.5 extra supplies in Pyongyang. Okay, close to the front. Our rail cap is still 2, so we can rail 2 of those supplies down to the front. Okay, reinforcements we've rolled. We will check if there are any off-board box Korean reinforcements order of arrival. Here we go. Nothing in late June 1940. Their first unit will be coming on the turn of the 5th of July, so a couple of turns yet. Okay, so with that done, we get to break out the movement phase, basically. Breakout and then movement. Okay, so yeah, we've got these units. They are both in combat mode. My goal here is to try to capture this northeastern hex of Seoul. It's got a good unit. Okay, so let's look at the, just to explain the context here, terrain key. It is a city, and cities, I can see minor city here, maybe they're minor cities. Open low hills, rough village, minor city, it must be that terrain there. City is very close to rain, and it halves armor and mech units attacking in. Okay, so best to have the infantry move in there. What can I do with the armor? Can they kind of, look, I can move these guys straight out along this road out here. So maybe I send the infantry in to attack there. We'll go something like 1, 2, 3, and 1. And then I might move the, just so the, I mean, just to use the infantry, the armor most effectively, I might try to get them out somewhere else. I'll think about that in a moment. First thing I should do though is clear my move markers. So they've moved now. This infantry here, 1, 2, 3. So they can all then concentrate their efforts on that northeastern hex of Seoul, leaving my armor free to do something else. Now moving along this road here is half a movement point, so 1, 2. They can quite easily join that as well. Got these reinforcements. I've got my artillery. 1, 2 and a half. So they can attack that northeastern hex as well. Bring this guy as well. 1, 2 and a half. So then I've got some big hard-hitting artillery units joining that attack. Now if these guys stay in combat mode, 1, 2, 3, they won't be able to reach. But if they all flip to move mode, they should be able to get there, right? 1, 2, 3. Ooh, they're going to be, maybe I'll look, and maybe here is the thing. So this is just a village, which my armor will count as 1. So maybe if I get some of these guys to cross this minor river and try and attack this airfield with the rest of these. This is the 6th Division units out on the left. Maybe they focus on this airfield in Kimpo. Yeah, so I've got all this infantry here, targeting here, and I'll get this unit. Korean charts. Remind myself of the movement costs of crossing a river. It is +3 for tracked units. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get across. Okay, now the advantage there is they're across the river. They're not halved in combat because of that river anymore, which is good. Then we can get 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think I'll just leave those guys there. They will be halved attacking across that minor river, but yeah, they'll be part of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can get these guys in combat as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I bring? Oh, I could bring the artillery into move mode, and they can go 1, 2, 3 like that. Ditto to join, and yeah, let's get my headquarters down here as well. 1, 2, 3. We'll stack them together like so. We'll bring this truck down. It is full of supplies, and we'll load those guys up with some supplies as well. Now they have a point value of 2, so they can carry 2 supplies. They're now full. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring them over to there. Okay, now I do have, yeah, I've got the supply dump there. 1, 2, 3. That's good. They can actually draw supplies straight from the supply dump because it's 5 movement points from the supply dump for most of these units around here. 1, 2. Keep in mind you only have to be adjacent. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. These guys can also draw supply. Supply truck. Bring it down to there. And then they will exit that mode. 1, 2, oh look at that, they can go 1, 2, 3 and join that attack as well. These are my replacements, who I probably should have with the headquarters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Also in strap move mode, we'll take that off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. +1. And these are all my security units behind the lines. I was going to move this unit down to, where was I going to move it to? I I think just Sarawon down here. So 1, 2, 3, just to hold that key crossroads. Again, just like these are garrison units, just holding the rear. What units do I have moving? Yeah, they're holding up their security. I did have some units around here. So I had this cavalry unit, which I thought I should probably move down. Just a small unit, but oh, look, they're probably inconsequential. They might come in handy later on in this area, so I'll leave them there. All right, so that's the main drive down towards Seoul. Looking at 2 combats, one here, one here. That's what I've got planned. I've still got my armour, which I haven't moved yet as well. There's that armour there, and where did another armoured unit go? Oh, it moved around there. Okay, so I do have these 2 units of the 105th Division, I think it is, who could move. What I could do is move to hit this unit. Low hills, armor is double, that's good. So they'll be doubled in attack here. And just clear out that extra little regiment. Yes, I should probably be driving down here, but, you know, this has been a tough battle. So what I think I might do is, look at their AR too, it's great. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, just to block them in. 1.5. Okay, what can I do here? What is the cost to move through these hills? It is 1 for leg units. Okay, so they can go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, and they can kind of garrison that area, which then lets me move this unit like so. Yeah, so they've taken a step loss. Still got my headquarters there, which is fine. They can stay there. And then I've got this kind of force up here in the north, who are in a bit of a difficult position because this is now across the river. Can I get this armor? 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Maybe if I get these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. And then we'll just get this 1 unit to garrison the road. 1, 2.5 without attacking. 1, 2, 3, they're going to be out of range. But if they do that, I can move them down to there. Just get that extra barrage strength. All right, so a little garrison in Chuncheon. Then we've got this eastern drive down this main road. This is a very weak unit, defensive 5. So we can just go 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. And then we'll bring our artillery down to there. And they are within range to draw supplies straight from there. But oh yeah, I've still got some supplies there. All right, I still have my 2 rail cap. So let's get supplies. Let's get my 2.5. 2, sorry, it's just 2. So I will clone that, increase it. That's my 2 that I'm going to rail via rail cap down to where my headquarters is. There it is. Down to there. All right. So they've railed down to where their headquarters is, which is a detrainable hex, I think. Okay. That's pretty much all my movement done. Yep, garrison's behind the line. Have I forgotten anything? Nobody else is there. So we are looking at 4 combats. 1 out in the right, 1 in the middle, blah, blah, blah. We now, movement, I'm not doing any hip shoots. Now we get to air naval barrage. Okay, so I do have that air unit. Can it reach? So it's here. It's got a range of 48. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It can just reach 24 exactly to there. That's the limit. Okay, so this will be an air mission. They fly Straight to the objective, flak. There will be a flak roll because this is an air barrage, and all air barrages are subject to flak. So I just need to find the air power section. Okay, so air missions. It is a barrage. Declare the mission, move the aircraft, resolve air combat. There is none, there's no interceptions. We resolve flak. So, it's always flak for a barrage mission. We roll 2 dice. If it's 11 or more, they lose a step. Oh my goodness, that's a step loss. Okay. I was really trying to avoid that because I don't have much air power, and now I've lost basically half of all my air power. Okay. All right, so flak is done. Then we resolve the mission. So this is basically an attack against infrastructure. Okay, so we have got barrage versus facility. We have strength of 4. So basically I need a 5. We need this asterisk result. So barrage versus facility, we need a 5 or a 6 on a d6. That's going to be a fail. So there is no... No, hold on a sec. That's not right. It's actually barrage. That was what I was doing last turn. So this is actually a barrage. That's 2d6. Strength 4, we're going to need a 9 or more to cause a hit. 7, not going to have any result. I think we'd also have to apply some left shifts because it's a light target. So go left 1, so it'd be down to this column, so we need a 10 or more. So that fails anyway. No impact on our barrage. They can return to base and become inactive. All right, they are done. Wounded and inactive with no impact. That's frustrating. Okay, so with our air barrages done, we get to supply. There are no units with low or exhausted markers. All units can draw trace supply. No reaction movement from the South Koreans. They have no artillery in range to counter barrage. So we get to combat. And we start with our North Korean artillery barrages. So as you can see down here, they've got 14 factors firing on this air base here. So 14 factors. 14 factors. So we've got strength 14. It'll go 1 to the left because it's a light, a single step unit. It'll go 1 to the left because of the town makes it close terrain. No other modifiers. We look at the barrage table. Strength 14, 2 to the left makes it the 5 to 7, 2 tokens worth of supply. Two tokens worth of supply. And we roll for a 7, which is just not enough. So 2 left, 7, just not enough. Very close. Okay. Next combat is, we have, where did my other artillery go? Here we go. We've got 2 big pieces here now. We've got 31. 31 is up here. Targeting this hex here. So again, this is 1 aerial left, so we've got 31. One left for the small size. We have got a headshot, so another 1 to the left. It is very close terrain, so another 1 to the left. Oh, hold on, I'll double check that. Because the city is very close, not extremely close, that's fine. So it's very close terrain for left 1. And that's it. So 31, this column here with 3 to the left. 1, 2, 3 gives us 8 to the 11 column. 2 tokens worth of supply. Okay. And a die roll of 7 is a DG result. which is good for the North Koreans. Mode. Okay, they'll halve their defense. Scrolling along, we did get some artillery out here. We've got 20 here on one unit, so we've got 20 strength. One to the left for the size. No hedgehog. One to the left for the close terrain in the hills. Yes, hills are close terrain. 20 to left gives us the same column. 2 tokens worth of supply. So we go. There we go. 2 tokens. What did I say? 20 to the left. The dice roll is 3, which is no effect. Okay, not having much luck. And then we throw all the way out to the right here where we have this artillery. And they are firing at a strength of 13. It'll cost them 2 tokens worth of supply. Yep. So 13. 1 to the left for... Oh, it's a division. So still... It is a 1-step unit, right? So it is 1, because they've lost 2 steps. So yeah, it is 1 to the left. So we start with 13, and we go 1 to the left for that, 1 to the left for close terrain because they're in a village, 2 tokens, and then the roll is an 8, which is a disorganized result. Okay, so 50-50 pretty much. Barrages are done, supplies are spent. We now get to combat. Okay. And I'm worried about having enough, having enough supplies, because I've got 1 here. I'm going to have to think about how we draw supplies. Drawing supplies. We can draw supplies from the headquarters. That's right. We can draw these supplies from the headquarters and then throw them forward. It doesn't have to be with the headquarters. It helps, but it doesn't have to be, I believe. So they can draw these. I think they can draw these supplies and then throw them forward. Yes, so headquarters can draw supply from, let's double check the rule. They can draw supply from a dump that is 5 movement points away and then throw it. Basically 7 movement points forward. So they can supply all these units from this dump back here, which they're going to prioritize. So I might do this comment on the left first. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wow, steps involved. So this is 9. I think there's 9 steps. Is it a bit of overkill? 9 steps. It's going to be a very expensive combat. But a lot of them will be halved. Okay, so let's do it. 9 is going to cost me 2 and 1. And the defender will... do they feel this defense? Yeah, let's do it. 2 tokens worth of supply. So we now have got... Now, bear in mind, these are halved across the river. So I've got 6 from here. 8 is 6 plus 8 because they're across the river as well. Is... Oh no, they'll attack this way. So I've got 6. Oh, and 6 is 12. So we're only looking at 3 to 1. Okay, so looking at... Oh, but they are... Let me check. Because they're attacking into a village times 1. Okay, so that's 12. 12 on 4, which is 3 to 1. Okay, so 3 to 1 odds. Supplies have been paid for to fuel this combat by both sides. Okay, AR ratings. Oh wow, they've got a 4. I've got a 4. I'm going to lead with this one of these infantry units, which has a 4. So it's 4 on 4. So it's balance. We'll roll for supplies. Surprise. No surprise. They will defend in the village, so it's close terrain. So then we look at the combat chart. We're looking at 3 to 1 close. So this column here, we roll 2 dice. It's a 7. So So close 3 to 1. 7 is an AL1 DO1. AL1 DO1. So we have to take our first step from the unit that was lead, and they have an option. I think they'll preserve their unit and just retreat 1. Okay, so that means that this is captured, change nationality as they advance. Okay, so yes, they lost a regiment, a step. South Korea, look, progress on both. I think the South Koreans are happy not to lose that step. North Koreans are upset they lost a step, but they are advancing. Second combat here on this unit in the Hedgehog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 2 3/4 tokens. Where are my supplies? So 2 3/4. So 1, 2, and I need one more. 3. Okay, it's an expensive combat to attack this city, but I've got a good strength here, and into this minor city, everything, oh no, armor and mech are halved. But I didn't bring armor and mech, I'm just bringing infantry. So others are full strength. So I've got 20, 32, 42, 48. 48 on 4 halved, which is 2. Wow, definitely overkill. But they are in a Hedgehog. Okay, so comparing ARs, here we go. I've got a good elite unit here. 4 versus 3, -1 because of the DG, +1 because of the Hedgehog. So it's 4 versus 3, which is a +1 to my combat and supply rolls. For surprise, 9 is just a miss. Regular attacks need 10 or more. Okay, so it's no surprise. And for combat, we are looking at 24 to 1, which is way off the chart. For close terrain, even very close. So, it's not off the chart. There we go, very close terrain because it's a city, minor city. 24 to 1 here. This is a column, and we're looking at a +1 dice roll modifier. So 5, which is an AE4, DL102. Okay, so that is a mandatory loss, and then we have an AE4 result. So anything with a 4 greater, there's only 1 unit which can exploit. Everyone else can advance in. Okay, so we've freed up that hex. Oh, and I completely forgot about this unit down here. They could have joined the attack as well, but we're at maximum pretty much, so good thing I didn't. Okay, and they are in exploitation mode. All right, that's that combat done. Now we do have this combat here. And running low on supplies now. Yep, so they can draw supplies from there. So we've got these 2 units here, 2 tokens worth. Actually, yep, 2 tokens worth. Wow, supplies running out. And then I've got 2 steps, 3 steps there, 3, 4, 5. So like that. Okay. 5 tokens worth. So then we've got a strength of, so their attacks with 1 step loss. A multi-step unit with step losses, I believe that 1 or more steps halves its combat strength when it attacks. So they're down to 8. I've got to pick a lead unit. I'm going to pick this unit. 5 versus 3, so I get a +2 for surprise. Let's roll for surprise first. That's a definite surprise. And we get column shifts, 3 column shifts. So we're now looking at 12, 18, 20, 27 on 4 with 3 column shifts, which is 5, 6, and it's in close terrain. So 6 to 1 in close, 1, 2, 3. We're looking at the 12 to 1 column with a +2 modifier. Yep. So they'll take, that's a lead unit. They'll take first loss. Close terrain, let me double check this. Korean chart, close terrain, low hills. Armor is doubled, it's more than that. So they're 24, 32, 32, 43. It's actually 43 on 4, which is 10 to 1 before shifts. Goes all the way up to 18 to 1, plus 2. Oh, it's a 12. It's all the way down here. AE2, 2, DL2, O3, DG. All right, so that is definitely wiped out. And then we have everyone is exploit capable. Because of that AE2 result. It means that anything with a 2 or higher AR can exploit. One more combat to resolve over here on the right. Now we have got 4 tokens supply, which is this here. They cannot access, oh, can they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, they can't. So they have to draw from internal supplies. So they are marked low stocks. They are half strength, so they're 5 and they're half again, so 2.5. So we've got 20 on 2.5, which is 8 to 1. 8 to 1 lead unit and lead unit -1. So we're looking at a +2 modifier. We'll check for surprise. 6, 7, 8 is not successful. So now we're looking at 8 to 1 in close terrain. 8 to 1 in close terrain, no surprise, with a +2 modifier is 7. 8 to 1, 7 is an AO1, DL101. Okay, so that's their final step loss, so they go to the dead pile. So attacker first. AO1, I will retreat, taking the option. They now have to take the loss. That's gone, that's gone, that's gone. So we've cleared the road, but yeah, we don't get to advance, but look, we've got this wide open path now towards Ulchin down here. That brings us pretty much to the end. What else have we got to do? Oh, exploitation, of course. So that's the end of combat. We now get exploitation. Yeah, these are such weak units. So maybe I cross the river. Half movement. Half movement. Maybe I can't cross the river. I need, because the hills cost 2 to move into, so it just stops me. I could attack and I'd be half, so I'm looking at 6. I bring this unit in, 1. They can't make it either. Look, they'll exploit. They'll go 1.5. They're done. And all these units as well. They can go 2.5. 1.5, 2. I can stack all these units together, I think. These guys get 1.5. So they get 1.5. They just can't make it. They get 2.5. They get 3. 1. So I get all these units 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Half would be 9. I get a 4 to 1 combat here. They're in close terrain. Might be worth it because I've got my big unit. Yeah, so let's do it. Half movement. 1, 2. They're just going to move down here. They'll move down there as well. 1.5. 2.5, 1.5, 2.5, and yeah, they've all been exploiting. Okay, so I get 1. Oh, can I feel this? No, I've only got 1 token. Oh, I've only got 1. Hold on. Can I? 1, 2, 3. Yes, I can throw these supplies really far forward to feel that combat. Okay, so they can draw on internal stocks. They will, so 4 steps will use up that supply there. And I've got, again, there's a hard across the minor river. So we're looking at 19 hard, which is 9.5 on 2, which is 4 to 1 in close terrain. But before I do that, ARs. So here's my lead unit with its AR of 5. Yep, against 2. So we're at +3 to surprise. 6, 7, 8, 9. Just not enough. I need 10 or more. Okay, so no surprise. So we're looking at 4 to 1 on the close box, which is here. +3. Oh, that's huge. 4 to 1, 15 is AE3. We ignore that. DL202. So we definitely wipe out that breakout unit and we can advance, but no further exploitation. So in the cleanup phase, we remove our exploitation markers. We are well set now to drive. Look at this, there's not a lot in the center. Running low on supplies, so we need to get some supplies near Seoul, but things are looking good. We've already captured that northeastern hex. I don't think the South Koreans were really hoping that would hold out a bit longer. Where's the hedgehog? There it is. Yeah. The only limitation are our supplies. All right, folks, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Take care.